War. We are taught it as chaos, explosions, screams, borders collapsing overnight. History textbooks describe it as tragedy. News headlines call it unavoidable. But the most profitable wars in human history were not chaotic. They were planned, budgeted, approved in boardrooms long before the first bullet was fired. This is the story of how war became a business model. In 1947, the Central Intelligence Agency was created. Officially, its purpose was intelligence gathering. Unofficially, it became something else. At the center of this transformation was Allen Dulles. Dulles was not a soldier. He was a lawyer with deep ties to Wall Street. Before leading the CIA, Dulles worked at Sullivan & Cromwell, a law firm representing the largest corporations on Earth: oil, steel, banking. To Dulles, corporations were national security. If profits were threatened, governments could be replaced. And he had the tools to do it. In 1951, Iran democratically elected Mohammad Mossadegh. He was educated, popular, and dangerously independent. His crime was simple. He nationalized Iran's oil. That oil had been controlled by British Petroleum for decades. Allen Dulles approved Operation Ajax. CIA operatives paid mobs to riot in the streets, bribed military leaders, flooded newspapers with propaganda. Mossadegh was arrested. The Shah was installed. Oil profits returned to Western control. Iran lost its democracy. 26 years later, that resentment exploded into revolution. History does not forget. In Guatemala, 1954, President Jacobo Arbenz attempted land reform. That land belonged to United Fruit Company. United Fruit executives had direct connections to the CIA, the U.S. Secretary of State, Allen Dulles himself. The CIA labeled Arbenz a communist threat. A coup followed. What came next was not stability, but a 36-year civil war. Over 200,000 civilians were killed, entire villages erased. United Fruit kept its land. Vietnam marked a turning point. War was no longer just political, it became statistical. Secretary of Defense Robert McNamara was a former CEO of Ford. He believed everything could be optimized, including war. Bombing campaigns were measured in efficiency. Success was counted in body numbers. Villages burned, napalm fell, millions died. McNamara later admitted the war was unwinnable, but only after it was over. In 1979, the CIA launched Operation Cyclone. Billions of dollars were funneled into Afghan militias, weapons, training, money with no oversight. Among those fighters was a wealthy Saudi named Osama bin Laden. The Soviets collapsed. The weapons remained. The war never truly ended. Dick Cheney served as Secretary of Defense, CEO of Halliburton, Vice President of the United States. Under his influence, war changed forever. Private contractors replaced soldiers. Budgets exploded. Accountability vanished. War became sustainable. Halliburton earned tens of billions. The wars never ended. The most dangerous invention was not nuclear weapons. It was the belief that war could be managed like a business. Because once war becomes profitable, peace becomes unacceptable. This is Business Archives.